Now, this next story may elicit anger, pain and shock at the lengths that some fathers have gone to prey on their own daughters and conceal their monstrous and dark acts. But at the same time, the brave tales of the young girls that have survived sexual abuse from their own would-be protectors may elicit hope for many others suffering from the dark vice. In Busia County, incest has become a concern that is proving difficult to weed out. But as Ngina Kirori now tells us, the society can play a crucial role in putting a stop to it and bringing comfort to the survivors.
A sunrise would typically bring hope of a new day ahead, full of possibilities. But for many girls here in Busia County, their hope is bleak, made feeble by a dark vice that has crept upon them within their homes. We will conceal the identity of the first girl who was brave enough to speak to us. We will give her the name Vicky. 15-year-old Vicky's prolonged stay at home due to the closure of schools during the pandemic gave a chance for her oppressor to corner her. Even worse, that he is known to her. He is her father.
Akatuma sister yangu na mamangu akamwende kwa duka. Kisha akanichukua akanifungia kwa nyumba akanishikia panga akaniambia nisipolala naye ananikata nayo. Tulikuwa tumejenga nyumba mbili, sasa nyingine bado ilikuwa haijamaliziwa vizuri. Akanipeleka huko ndani akafunga mlango, akanichukua akaniweka hapo akaniambia nitoe nguo zote. Na alikuwa ameweka hapo kiboko.
Vicky's 14-year-old sister Ashley was not spared by their father, who happens to be a pastor. He took advantage of his powerful role in society to take the power away from her by luring her to pray with him when the unthinkable happened.
Aliniita kwa nyumba, akaniambia nikae kwa kiti. Nilikaa na akafunga mlango. Akatoa kiboko na nikamuuliza kwa nini nimekosa nini anataka kunichapa. Akaniambia makosa yenyewe nitaona tu. Alitangulia kwanza kunichapa, then akanitumia.
That would, however, not be the last time that her father would abuse her.
Siku nyingine nikashika ujauzito wake. Akanichapa ati nimetoa wapi, na sikujua. Hakuna saini yoyote yenye ilionekana.
Ashley was forced to get an abortion, which took her some time to heal from. And there, in the cusp of light and shadow, death seemed like a cradle. But her salvation came from the very person she shared a dark pain with.
Mimi nilikuwa nataka kutoka niende mali nitafika. Sizi yangu akanipata. Akanibembeleza nikarudi nyumbani.
The two would eventually flee to their grandmother's home, where they reported everything. Their father was eventually arrested and is serving time at the Busia GK prison.
This is a girl growing up in a family. Then all of a sudden, a father turns on his daughter. So this bruises the emotional part of this child and the psychological part of this child. The sense of belief, of trust is completely shattered.
If only this was an isolated tale. Sadly, it is mirrored among several other families. Cynthia, whose identity we have also hidden, has endured a great deal in her young life. She got pregnant last year and gave the baby away for adoption. Just like Ashley and Vicky, her abuser was her father. The dark animal of incest pounced on her one day when the two were alone preparing to settle down for a meal.
Akasema nimletee maji ya kunawa. Nipompelekea maji ya kunawa. Hakunawa. Alinishika kwa kiti. Kanifunga mdomo na kitambaa.
On learning that she was pregnant, Cynthia faced an even greater threat on her life.
Kaniambia ati kama nitajaribu kuambia mtu yote kitambaa alinifanyia ataweza kuniua kwa sababu yeye hata aogopi polisi kwa sababu ameshaenda hata jela kubwa.
Cynthia, however, took the brave step of telling her family, who warned her not to speak up about it as it goes against tradition. After giving birth to the child, she was sent to an orphanage where she now lives.
It's mostly the fathers who are sleeping with their daughters. And yet, the children, when they report, they are victimized, they are punished, they are sent away from home.
To get the clan elders, the family members, we have this thing like, how do you stand with your father in court? And the child will be told, you know, you will be cast, you will never have a good life.
It is not just fathers. Brothers too have been preying on their sisters, as in the case of Christina's family.
Mtoto wangu wa kwanza alimpatia mtoto wangu watatu mimba. Wakati huo nilikuwa nimeenda kutafuta kibarua, mimi ndio huwa natafuta Mimi ni kama mama tena baba. Watu wakaanza kunishauri nitoe mimba ya huyo mtoto. Nikasema hapana. Mbele za Mungu nitakuwa nimeua.
This year alone, Busia County has registered over 70 defilement cases. These are just the ones that have been reported to police. While they form part of the statistics, these young girls are more than that. They continue to brave the psychological and emotional turmoil that has come from their ordeals.
The matter of incest in Busia is so serious that the previous Chief Justice, Maraga, required me to write a report to tell him what is happening in Busia.
Many do not speak of the torment at home as they fear being banished by their families. The Busia Law Courts has set up a children's court that shields children from their oppressors so that they have the courage to speak out against their persecutors. And according to psychologists, the society can also intervene in the situation that is fast becoming a great concern.
All of us, we need to come out collectively and be able to condemn this kind of vice. It's not good at all. We really need to, it is our social responsibility to be able to deal with incest issues in our community. Number two, the children require a lot of support in terms of listening. When we listen to them, they will be able to tell us their story.
Gena Kirari, NTV.